Hi! Welcome to my channel where I do stuff. I don't think I'm technically allowed to give any makeup tutorials, however, summertime is coming and around the corner. I love freckles and I love to see people get more freckly when they get more sun in the warm times of the year. And my sister is really blessed in the freckles gene area. She gets freckles all over and it's super pretty and summery and it suits her really well. And I'm jealous. So today I'll be showing you 3 ways to create fake freckles or just some little sunspots, tiny, you don't have to go all out. You don't have to do your entire face. You can also just do like a few extra sunny spots if you think that's cute. Depending on how freckly you want to get, you can achieve many different looks. Yeah! Now, I actually have multiple methods for different kinds of freckles I want to create. So that's why I have 3 ways I can do freckles. And let's get into it. Makeup palette I have came with this handy dandy brush which I'll now use for making, just kidding, I'm not using those for freckles. So what I do use for making freckles is a little, my spiky trees, but any not warm colored brown eyeshadow you can get your hands on is great. And I'm using this, which is technically an eyeliner brush, but I use this as an eyebrow brush because it's useless for eyeliner. And my eyebrows are currently done with this. Please don't judge my eyebrows. Well, I'll first try making some freckles using this. And if you like how that looks, try it for yourself. This is the most easy, regular one that's definitely safe for your skin. My other options include art supplies, but it's quite a big brush. I only did 1 edge into the eyeshadow powder, and that's the tiniest point I'll use, and because it's quite a stiff brush, it does still work. So I like adding some beneath my eyebrow was out. And then just some in the nose, and be sure to get some different sizes, I'd say, because that is very natural and some can be a little bit less obvious than others. And usually try to center the freckles around this area because that's the part of your face that catches the most sun. However, also pay attention to the chin and the forehead, so it's kind of like T-zone and upper cheekbones, anywhere where you'd put highlighter.
They say into your early life, romance came, and it came.
You can do less, you can do more, you can do some more centered. Also, do not forget to put them on the side of your nose, because if they're just on like the front top, it will look weird. Okay, and I would say this is quite a freckly look. Actually, if you're wearing a very wide neckline, be sure to also add some on your collarbones and stuff. You can't really see that for me right now, but I would add some little freckles because your chest area or collarbone area will also catch some freckles because they are quite in the sun as well, because they're protruding your body. I also would like to recommend adding some blush with freckles because it adds to the sun-kissed look and the realism if you want to convince people they're real. If you want to don't feel the need to convince people they're real, add a little less so it could have actually happened overnight. Perhaps not this intense. This is just to show what it could look like. I'm sorry if you hate it. Please don't murder me. I'm gonna remove these because I have more freckles to go. For the next option, I'll be using art supplies, watercolors to be exact, because palettes usually come with a brown and it works really well for freckles in my experience. So I have Winsor & Newton here, a Winsor & Newton set of 12 pans, and for my freckles I mostly use burnt umber, perhaps some yellow ochre, and maybe some burnt sienna. By using different colors, you can make them look a bit more realistic because not all freckles have the same color, and you can pick what works with your skin color and tones, and I would say it's actually a really good option because be sure to check whether your watercolors are skin safe. Maybe use kids watercolors. That might be even safer because kids will eat anything. Please check things. What I like about water paint is that it actually allows you to splatter them on, which can get messy, so be careful. However, it also can give like a really natural, super freckly look. So I'm first gonna start dotting some down. And what I like is also that because it's with water, you can first just like put a lot of dots. And then you can just dab them, which will make them like sink into your skin a bit more, remove the pigment a bit. And because you can dab your finger around and some of the watercolor will stay in your finger, it will just take them everywhere and make them look way more realistic. So people who get those tattoos first like look a little bit dirty in my opinion, and if you take this a little too far, I do think you can look dirty, which is weird. Usually like people that are really freckly do not look dirty at all, but if you add a lot of fake freckles, you can. I guess it's the guild. And what you can do to get the ultimate look you want is of course to combine the different methods I'm using here. And I do feel like I should say that I don't actually want to recommend you to put watercolors on your face. However, I find these the most realistic, and I don't know how the camera is picking up on all of this because this is the first time I'm using this camera. However, I just feel like these blend in with your skin the most realistically, therefore turn out to be the least fake. Hello ukulele, I haven't used you in a while, I apologize. So yeah, I think this is a really good option actually. Could be a budget option if you don't want to buy makeup and you have some watercolors laying around, or some face paint. Please use face paint if you have it. I'm gonna remove this off my face and then I'll go on with the last and most expensive option out of the three. For the last option, we gotta go somewhere else. I'm getting them tattooed. That's a joke. I'm never gonna get that tattooed. Well, not never. Never say never. If you wanna get fake freckle tattoos, sure, go ahead. Why wouldn't you if you really want freckles? Or more freckles, like, do your thing. But, they seem scary and I like the look more of my timely ones, and if it turns out I don't like them, I'll have to wait like ages for them to be gone. My camera stopped filming after half an hour, which I guess is fair. But for my last and most expensive option of fake freckles, I'll be using Copic markers. My skin is very easy to anger, and it doesn't get angry because of these, so I guess that is decent reference material. Like, would I recommend it? Do I think it's good and smart to do? Definitely not. Don't. But it's actually a really good option. I'm currently already wearing it, and I just applied it using the super brush nib side, because it's a little softer on the skin and it allows for really tiny dots, and I use two colors for a more realistic effect. And it sinks into the skin quite a bit, so it makes it look really natural, which is nice. So that was it for my tutorial on how to look a bit more summery if you like. Let me know if you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Also,